Okay, this is the homework assignment number 2 for Course 1, Class 1. So it's the second homework assignment. This problem asks us if 4x plus 7 equals 15, then 3x equals what? So first we need to solve for x and then find out what 3x is. So I'm going to move 7 to the other side by subtracting. 4x equals 15 minus 7 is 8. Divide both sides by 4. Find out that x equals 2, so therefore 3 times 2, 3x is equals 6. The correct answer is C. Question 3, g of x is defined as g of x equals 4x squared. What is the g of negative 2? So again, we take negative 2 and plug it in wherever we see the x. So then this problem rewrites as 4 times negative 2 squared. Well, negative 2 squared is positive 4, so you really get 4 times 4 equals 16. The answer is D. Question 2 says if x equals 7, y equals 4, and z equals negative 5, what does this equation equal? Really, it's asking that you just plug in the numbers wherever you see their letters. The important thing to keep in mind here is these negative signs that precede the variables are not a part of the original values up here, so you're going to end up taking the opposite of them. So rewriting this, it is 7, now it's minus a 4 plus a negative 5, probably better to make that a bracket, times the quantity of y is 4 minus, and the z is negative 5. As a result, then, these negative symbols get to do their job and reverse the signs. So it's really 7 minus 4 minus 5 in parentheses times 4 minus a negative 5, or 4 plus 5. So 7 minus 4 minus 5, this is negative 2 times the quantity of 9. The answer is negative 18. Is G. Question 4, which of the following is equivalent to the inequality negative 5 is greater than 5x plus 30? So you need to solve for x. And keeping in mind that the x is always going to be on the left side, sometimes it's easier to just move everything over that way at the very beginning. Subtract 5x from both sides. Sign does not change because we're only adding and subtracting, so now we've got negative 5x minus 5 is greater than 30. We're going to add 5 to both sides, and with negative 5x is greater than 35, divide both sides by negative 5. Because we divided by a negative number, we need to flip the signs. They cancel out here, leaving with x. X is less than negative 7. The correct answer is F. Here we want to know for all values of x, 3x, the quantity of 3x minus 2 squared equals what? This is just using the FOIL method. 3x minus 2 times 3x minus 2, 9x squared minus 6x minus 6x plus 4, 9x squared minus 12x plus 4. Correct answer is C. In this problem it says given that f of x equals x squared plus 2 And g of x equals x minus 3, what is the expression for f of g of x? So really what's happening is that g of x is getting plugged in wherever you see an x in the original expression. So to do this, we would really take the x minus 3 here and plug it in where we see the x here. So it's going to be x minus 3, that whole quantity squared, plus 2. Well, now you've got to use the FOIL method and do x minus 3 times x minus 3, and don't forget to bring down the positive 2. And again, using the FOIL method, we get x squared minus 3x minus 3x plus 9 plus 2. Combining like terms, we get x squared minus 6x plus 11. X squared minus 6x plus 11. The correct answer is F. Here's an absolute value problem. Remember, do all the work inside the absolute value symbols before you move it out. In this case, I might just do the work right over top of the problem. 7 minus 5 is an absolute value of 2, minus 7 minus 10, the absolute value of negative 3. So when I take it outside the absolute values, this 3 is going to become positive, but then there's this negative symbol waiting right outside for it. So it goes positive and it goes right back to negative. So then this ends up getting rewritten as, take the 2 out, 2, absolute value, this becomes a minus a plus 3 because it came out. Well, 2 minus 3 is negative 1. The correct answer is B. Question 8 really asks to use the distributive property, multiplying two terms here, and negative 2x cubed y to the 4th times the quantity of negative 3x squared y. Negative 2 times a negative 3 is a positive 6. X to the 3rd times x to the 2nd. You remember you're combining exponents, so that's x to the 5th. And then y, we've got y to the 4th plus y to the 1st, so that's y to the 5th. So the correct answer is 6x to the 5th, y to the 5th. Correct answer is J. Question 9, we need to find which of the following is equivalent to the inequality. We've got this inequality where we need to solve for x, but we need to distribute first. Distribute the negative 3, everything inside the parentheses, and then the 5 to everything inside the parentheses. So the problem rewrites to negative 12x plus 9 is less than 20x minus 55. I'm going to subtract 20x from both sides. Leaving me with negative 32x plus 9 is less than negative 55. I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. Leave me with negative 32x is less than negative 64. Divide both sides by negative 32. Remember that because we divided by a negative, this sign flips. These 32's cancel out, and we are left with x is greater than, because I flipped the sign, greater than 2. X greater than 2, the correct answer is D. Here we want to see again what is the expression negative 5x plus 2 minus the quantity of 2x minus 3 equivalent to. Again, this is just a little bit of a distractor. This negative sign needs to get distributed to everything inside the parentheses before you can do anything else. This problem rewrites to negative 5x plus 2 minus 2x plus 3. Now combining the like terms, you really don't need these parentheses now. Combining the like terms, negative 5x and negative 2x is negative 7x, and positive 2 and positive 3 is positive 5, negative 7x plus 5. The correct answer is J. And that is how you do homework number 2 for course 1 and class 1.